We've had government-sponsored terror before that's declassified and admitted. The government admits they've staged terror attacks before in other countries and domestically. So why don't we look at them in this case? Then when you do look, it's unbelievable. So, but Richard Gage is going at this from a scientific perspective, and it's been getting a lot of news attention. I'm going to play a clip of that coming up, but I wanted to get Richard on to give us a progress report on architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth and where it's going and all these, peer-reviewed journals and things that are coming out and all these scientists that are coming out in Copenhagen and other places exposing what's happening. Richard Gage, good to have you on with us.
Thanks, Alex. It's just incredible to be here with you again.
No, it's incredible to have you here, my friend. Tell us about the organization, the group, for those that don't know, who've been hiding under a rock, what your numbers are up to, the huge breakthroughs you're having.
Well, we have almost 700 architects and engineers now demanding a new investigation of the 3 World Trade Center high-rise buildings on 9/11, the destruction of those buildings. We are marching forward. There's been a lot of activity, as you've suggested. Most recently, we were at the National Convention of Architects, the American Institute of Architects in San Francisco, and we had a booth there, and we handed out 1,000 DVDs of our latest DVD, the companion DVD to 9/11 Blueprint for Truth. It has the 10-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute abridged versions of our 2-hour presentation where we outlay all of this evidence that we're going to be talking about today. And so we gave these DVDs out to the architects. We educated them. Our booth was like 2-3 levels deep with architects with their jaws dropped looking at these buildings on widescreen flat monitors of Building 7 going down symmetrically at free fall speed, acceleration, straight down into its own footprint. Same with the Twin Towers. They're saying, well, wait a minute, that happened on 9/11? And we're going, yep, it's the 3rd worst structural failure in modern history, and you didn't know about it? No. Well, neither did I 3 years ago before I started. And so they're just in shock. We got 60 of these architects to sign our petition, which was extraordinary. So we kind of see as a new mission to go to these conventions throughout the United States. There was over 15,000 architects at this convention. We couldn't reach all of them. There just simply wasn't enough time, and there was a huge number of booths. But there's regional conventions all through the United States, and so we're now raising funds to go to all of them. We have 100 sustaining members now, and we need that number to grow to 200 very dedicated people providing us for as little as $10 a month. They can become sustaining members of AE 9/11 Truth. And so with that and our fundraising efforts to obtain the booth fees for these conventions, Washington, D.C., for instance, is happening mid-July. That's the one that we're very excited about, because once we go to Washington, D.C., we're right in, of course, contact with government officials. We hope to visit there, as well as the national AIA, where we hope to finally meet with the board of the American Institute of Architects and its president, who did allow us, after a lot of controversy, to have the booth in San Francisco at the National Convention. And while we were there, we actually met the CEO of the Virginia chapter, in Richmond, Virginia, of the American Institute of Architects, and he says, where have you guys been? We've been waiting for you. This is fantastic. I knew all about this, but I didn't know about you. So he wants us to come to his regional convention in mid-November, and early November.
All right, let me stop you there, Richard Gage, because this is what's key, what you're explaining. We don't realize we're really the majority, and I keep trying to explain this to everybody, that 4 years ago we had polls where over 60% of Americans, scientific polls, believe we're being lied to about 9/11. Now we have polls of over 80%. I went to the beach because my daughter wanted to go there for her birthday, the little Texas beach this weekend, and I rented a golf cart and was driving around, motorized golf cart, at the Pac Port Aransas, and it was like a joke. I mean, here I am in a T-shirt and shorts. I'm driving, and I've been recognized for 10 years places, but as I was going, every 10 cars, every 5 cars, Alex Jones, Alex Jones. Everywhere we went to eat, we got recognized. And that's just a gauge. And I can go to England. I can go to Central America. I can be in Canada. Everywhere we're getting, I mean, like every 10 people I walk by are recognizing. And again, that's a gauge. Here you are feeling like you're all alone and others. And then you find out that major heads of architect societies are on the same side. Again, we just have to show ourselves, not let the chilling effect scare us into submission. I talk to so many neighbors that go, yeah, I'd like our kids to play together, but won't the government do something to me? Or I've wanted to order your videos, but won't they, won't I be on a list? Or yeah, and my wife runs into these people at swim meets and things, and middle class people, well-to-do folks, folks like that. Again, you're already living in tyranny. Yes, they're watching us. Yes, they're tracking us. But the government's full of our people, too. This is a fight. If we let the chilling effect win, they're going to win. And I love how you've just doggedly, through all the attacks, everything, just continued, and you're having success, just like Stephen Jones and others, Professor Stephen Jones, who sent me a nice note. I want to say hi to him. He's listening right now from Germany. Boy, he's got some big news coming up. So, sorry to interrupt there. It's just that this is amazing what's happening. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is incredible. And so this particular leader of the AIA chapter is having a regional conference. They're going to give us a free booth, which is, costs thousands of dollars, $2,000 at least there. We paid $4,000 just for the booth fee at the national convention, and I had a big fundraising effort for that. And altogether, it cost about $10,000 for that convention.
What was the response like, though, when you're there amongst the architects and engineers?
Oh, it's amazing. I would say about 80% of them will stop, and we'll invite them to stop. They do stop. Many of them, 20% maybe, we figure, walk by kind of shaking their heads. But the majority will stop and actually talk to us. Of those, we were able to get very lively, and I mean positive, lively conversations going, because once they actually see Building 7 go down, we've got them. And a good percentage of them will say, this is incredible, I've got to look at this more, and we signed up about 60 of them that
Richard
day.
Gage, again, this is exponential. If you continue, we will rout the enemy. The mainstream media can't ignore this forever. We're going to play some of that clip. Just you're getting on more and more mainstream television with the facts as a degreed architect engineer. So we're going to come right back with Richard Gage, the founder and head of Architects and Engineers 9/11 Truth. Stay with us.
Are you concerned for the safety of your loved ones? Listen closely to this message from pepperspray.com. Every 22 seconds a violent crime is committed. America has changed, and your personal safety is your first priority. Be smart. Be safe. Trust pepper spray instead of your luck. Pepperspray.com is the only website you'll ever need for all of your non-lethal self-defense supplies. Pepperspray.com carries one of the largest assortments of pepper spray and personal safety products on the web. From big to small, we have it all. Pepper spray, mace, animal repellents, stun guns, and tasers. Pepperspray.com also carries a large assortment of products for personal, home, child, and pet safety. Enter SAFE in the coupon box and you'll receive a special discount off of your order. So what are you waiting for? Go to pepperspray.com. That's pepperspray.com or call 1-800-908-9988 today.
Richard Gage, let's start blasting into it now. The evidence of the controlled demolition, people know those basics, but the evidence now has been looked at, peer-reviewed journals, other top engineers, scientists, physicists around the world are coming out doing their own research, separate, verifying your research. The other architects and engineers in your group, the other physicists, Professor Stephen Jones' information being verified, major universities. I mean, this has really got to worry the establishment to the point of, for those that don't know, this is in Politico today. It's up on prisonplanet.com. Obama, I am aware that some question or justify the events of 9/11. So they either justify it saying it was good. He tries to mix those two. So now if you say the government did 9/11 or was involved, you want 9/11 to happen. See how that's a quote. I am aware that some question or justify the events of 9/11. Wait a minute. Questioning the events of 9/11 isn't justifying them. See, that's, oh, you like the killers, huh? No, I'm saying, why is that building falling that way? Shut up, Al-Qaeda! Well, actually, Al-Qaeda is a CIA creation. Shut up, Al-Qaeda! You know, this is the mindlessness they like to engage in. We're just asking the serious questions here. So they're really starting to get worried, just like George Bush saying, those that put out outrageous conspiracy theories concerning the events of 9/11. He told people they better shut up, but they didn't. So Richard Gage, it's getting exciting what's happening on the scientific front.
Yeah, it is. And the 700 architects and engineers that I represent are technical and building professionals, not conspiracy theorists. Not that there aren't conspiracies out there. There obviously is a conspiracy. In fact, we know the official story is a conspiracy. Actually, it turns out to be an outrageous one. When you look at the facts, the scientific forensic facts found at the crime scene of the destruction of these 3 high-rises,